What is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. Patriots Global back here with another video, and the New England Patriots have officially done it. We have been clamoring the table for them to sign a veteran running back, a bad offensive line, questions with the passing offense. You need a spellback to Ramondre. You can't have him be the only guy. And we clearly saw in preseason, which we'll get into, we clearly saw pretty much the entire offseason that there is nobody in this running back core outside of Ramondre that is proven and somebody that we can rely on. And the New England Patriots finally come at it, and they sign free agent running back Zeke Elliott to a one-year deal. Let's go, baby. This is exactly what I wanted the New England Patriots to do. We talked about this multiple times on the channel. Back in early, I want to say July, like right before the 4th of July, we talked about, or maybe on the 4th of July, we talked about Zeke Elliott to the Patriots. Do I think it's a good idea? Do I want it to happen? And I clamored the table. I said the Patriots need to sign Zeke Elliott for a multitude of different reasons. They don't need a Dalvin Cook. They don't need a starting running back. Dalvin Cook is very similar to Ramondre Stevenson and what the Patriots have. They need a guy who can get the tough yards, a guy who can pass block. That's an area of need for them. You don't go with the flashy signing. You go with who's going to make an impact for you, and that guy is Zeke Elliott. Let's break down this signing. Oh, I'm not capping. We literally went off. We went off about this in the Discord chat, which, by the way, it's totally free. If you haven't joined the Discord chat, it's always in the link in the description box, but I'm going to pin it in the comment section below. We have over 100 members in there, all Patriots fans. We talk about Patriots football, breaking news. This was broken pretty much right away, like before I think most Twitter followers even did it. Might have even been before the NFL even tweeted out. So you guys are absolutely quick in the Discord chat. So if you haven't, joined us yet, come join us in the Discord chat. Like I said, completely free. But the New England Patriots are signing free agent running back Zeke Elliott to a one-year deal worth up to $6 million. This is coming from Rappaport and Tom Pericello. This is a deal that is very, very similar to what I had projected. I thought that Zeke Elliott was going to sign a one-year deal with the Patriots worth about $5 million, right? I thought that was a pretty decent sweet spot for a guy that doesn't really have a whole lot of interest. It was between the Patriots, the Jets, and the Cowboys. But other than that, wasn't a whole lot of interest. There was one team that was said to actually want to sign Zeke Elliott post week 1 so that they could sign him to a veteran minimum with no guaranteed money, which I thought was absolutely disrespectful. And I'm going to be completely honest. I thought that was going to be the Patriots. I thought that one team that wanted to completely lowball him was going to be us. And it was even reported that all 3 of those teams interested in him, including us, wanted to give him a low-end veteran minimum contract. Clearly, that's not what they did. They had the money to spend. They missed out on D-Hop. After what we saw in the preseason, they clearly went out and said, we need to add a veteran running back that is going to help establish and keep us afloat at least to start the season. And that guy, 100%, is Zeke Elliott, who put up 12 touchdowns last year, over 800 yards, while he was a spellback too to Tony Pollard. Those guys were really bouncing off each other, but the bell cow running back was Tony Pollard there with the Dallas Cowboys. And he still put up over 800 yards and 12 touchdowns, and that was considered the worst season of Zeke's career. If we can get that from Zeke, that is an A-plus signing, especially for $6 million. Now, again, this move doesn't come as too much of a surprise. I thought that this was a move that was ultimately going to get done. I had a feeling in my stomach. I felt very confident that this was something that they were going to get done. The Patriots were essentially waiting on Zeke. And we all know that famous picture that I think I still have of him eating dinner with Mac Jones. I do. We all know right after that signing, right after, or not the signing, but right after his visit with the Patriots a couple of weeks ago, he stayed in Boston, was in the local area for a while, and then was out to eat with Mac Jones, as you can see. And then there's obviously a whole lot of other tables or seats here. So we don't know who else was there, but at least we know it was with Mac Jones. And to me, that pretty much solidified the fact that he was going to be signing with the Patriots in one way or another, as long as they did not completely lowball him. I think the reason that they pushed to sign him like right away after our first preseason game against the Texans was because of two factors. One, the offensive line. Unfortunately, guys like Pierre Strong, I think, could very much struggle in this offense this upcoming year because of a bad offensive line. He's the type of running back who does need blocks, and he needs to get open, or he needs to break through to get into an open space, into an open field, in order to do what he does best as a fast, elusive running back. Unlike guys like, Damian Harris back in the day, LeGarrette Blount back in the day, Ramondre Stevenson now, Damian Harris back in the day. Those guys who are power backs who can just put their shoulders down, carry some guys on their back, and get those tough yardage. Because of how bad this O-line is, because of how much questions there are, those are the types of guys that we are going to have to rely on. And yes, the offensive line is going to be much better week one than we saw, in this preseason game against the Texans, because we only had 1 out of 5 starters actually playing in that game. As I do see, I'm getting some type of notification here, so lean with me. So while we do that, let's take a little bit of a listen from our Patriots Global. Before we do hop into today's video, though, I do want to give you guys a little update that your boy has decided to update his merch. We do still have all of the old stuff, along with some really good new ideas that I've been working on for the past couple weeks, and more ideas will be continue to be added. Like always, if you do buy merch, send me a picture of you rocking it. I will include you in the next video. Like always, link in the description box below. Thank God I had that queued up from a while ago, or else this would have been a little awkward. A little bit of technical difficulties here. Hopefully we're not. There we go. Hopefully we're not bugging out too much here, as I feel like we are slightly. Yes, we are. Let me fix this for you guys. There we go. But like I said, the Patriots are in a position where they needed this type of running back, even with guys that are now injured. Pierre Strong, he hasn't been practicing over the last couple of days because he was injured. It doesn't sound like this is something that came in practice, but this is something that more so happened towards the end of the Texans game. So he was a non-participant in practice. I'll be curious to see when things come out today if he was there today, but I wouldn't expect much out of there. And then Ty Montgomery also hasn't been in practice. Those are 2 guys out. I don't think you can rely on Kevin Harris. So this is the signing that comes in and gives you essentially exactly what you need. The Patriots have their spell back officially to Ramondre Stevenson, which I'm excited about because, like I said, you need somebody who's going to take some of this weight off of Mac Jones in the passing offense, and you need to take some of that weight off Ramondre, or you're not going to get this elite Ramondre Stevenson that you saw the first half of the 2022 season. Just to kind of back up my theory real quick on what I was talking about with the Patriots running backs, Malik Cunningham led them in this first preseason game in rushing. Pierre Strong, 6 attempts for 21 yards. Kevin Harris, 8 attempts for 10 yards. J.J. Taylor, 4 attempts, 4 yards. Those guys are not going to get it done, and they really haven't showed me anything all offseason that shows that they are going to be able to take the reins and be a true starting factor for this team early on. So the best thing that I love about Zeke Elliott to end this video off is just the fact that he's going to come in and, like I said, give the Patriots exactly what they need. I think with their offensive line issues, what you're going to see is probably not them trade for a true offensive tackle. I hate to break it to you, but that's probably not what's going to happen. And what's more likely to happen is the fact that they're going to find different alignments to have tight ends stay back blocking for Mac Jones. Also, depending on what Mac Jones sees in front of him. If it's a blitz, you're going to see these tight ends stay back a lot more. More specifically, I think you're going to see somebody like Hunter Henry stay back more with Mike Gesicki, either lined up as the X or lined up in the slot. And that's where he's going to do, his bulk of the work. And then you have somebody like Zeke Elliott who could stay back for you a lot of the time and be a guy who can pick up the blitz, a guy who can give you just one extra body for any guys that are going to come through in the offensive line breaks. And I think that's going to be a big purpose for him. What are your guys' thoughts on Zeke Elliott signing? Apologies again for some of the technical difficulties we had here, but Zeke Elliott is officially a New England Patriot. Let's go, baby. Make sure you guys like this video because it really helps the channel out, and subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. I appreciate you guys for watching. And